Sports coverage in the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago the Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he's got room. There he goes, left side. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
From the 29, Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. An explosive 38-yard pickup. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Second down, here's an option right. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on third and a yard.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just third and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
First down and more for Jackson. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mayfield to throw it. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. These two teams all tied after one. Still 9 remaining on second down. Throwing, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That's on the Pro Bowl guard, Joel Bitonio. Mayfield now on second down. He finds his target, Beckham. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. McCann's kick up and good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. In to make the stop, Patrick Queen, the linebacker, the Ravens' leading tackler in 2020.
That's a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Well, Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. McCann's got it teed up. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. At the 21-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, it might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
McCann's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
To throw, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Tyus Bowser coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 121 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. Fights off the defender. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
When they put the ball in J.K. Dobbins' chest and he carries it, he runs with a lot of determination and aggressiveness. Just one start last year as a rookie, but still managed 805 yards and 9 touchdowns. I think he's ready for a big year-2 leap. Now the lead runner for the Baltimore Ravens.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. To throw is Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. Shedding through the defense. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd down and 3. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down. Jackson now. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make this a second down. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The quick slant caught. And the Ravens are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Edwards. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there.
To me, that's a terrific run on first and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Not much there, only a yard. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield now. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Browns drive about to get started. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. Back to it after the pick six. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 177 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down now. Dobbins. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Mayfield. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. Mayfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So they'll line up for the onside kick. 18 seconds to go. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Baltimore, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.